Hello, we're Geeks Assembled as always, and I'm joined by Susan, and we're discussing another Luca Guadagnino movie, and this one's from 2017, starring Timothy Chalamet, the the boy who is in fashion at the moment. Also starring Armie Hammer, who was destined for big things until Hollywood turned their back on him and accused him of being a cannibal. Don't get me started. Um, yeah, this is Call Me By Your Name. Summer of 1983, set in Italy, around the little villages of Italy. Um, all about the forbidden love. Desire again. Desire in the last cast, desire in this one. So we'll go over to Susan, her opening thoughts on Call Me By Your Name.
Okay, well, it's really interesting that you mentioned Army Hammer being accountable because that wasn't somebody else's deal that he said. It was his deal. And
Mm,
I was watching many documentaries about his family. His family is fucked up all the way back to when they were in oil and establishing, you know, concrete ownership of major parts of the United States infrastructure, and they had I mean, they had torture chambers and things like that. I didn't realize that this family I really used to love Army Hammer in The Social Network, and I really loved him in terms of his, you know, just his physicality and stuff, but there's something really tragic, really messed up about the Hammer family, there's the Hammer family in England that talks about horror, and there's the Hammer family in the United States, which doesn't talk about it, but it's all behind closed doors, and it's all horror. It's just a horror show, and so, yeah. But I really didn't know that until I watched this and just saw, you know, I was, I was like, Hammer House of Horror. How neat. I'll watch this movie. Maybe it's about the Hammer in the UK. I was hoping it was about that horror franchise in the UK, which I love so much. But it turned out to be about this sick family doing sick stuff all the way back into the 1700s, 1800s. God, it's just gross. Anyway, um, so let me see. Yeah, people who watch this Call Me by Your Name uh are actually in for a treat because it's one of the keys that's going to open the world for Timothy Chalamet. Let me just talk to you about him for a second. Timothy Chalamet acts his ass off in this movie. He has to play awkward, he plays very cool, he plays very precise, and he plays very his actions are are measured up to the physicality of Army Hammer, and that's amazing to me. And then there's the other thing is, like, it's written by the really, really fucking good script. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. You know, it's
Mm.
just poetry. The whole thing is poetry. The way the parents interact with the, um,
Wouldn't everybody?
Elio.
Wouldn't everybody? Yeah, wouldn't everybody love to have parents like that?
Oh my god. And then the poetry of all these relationships that Elio is in touch with, like, just beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's a such a sweet thing, and especially since it's set in Italy, and he's a Jew. I mean, that's just gorgeous. I mean, that's a dichotomy, you know?
Hmm.
And then there's also the trips that they go on through, and the bike trips. Oh my gosh, I got the hiccups. Um, and if I talk about it, maybe they won't happen. Okay, there you go. And then
Hmm.
the I mean, the swimming, oh my gosh, there's all these instances where they just go swimming. It's gorgeous. It's just freaking gorgeous. Timothy Chalamet, you know, he has big anger, big tears, little tears. I mean, yes, it is all about desire, but it's all about Elio's desire for Oliver. Oliver, he doesn't know, but Elio is just focused. And then there's yeah, I'll let you talk about it from there. Over to you, Lee.
Well, I fell in love with this movie literally when it first came out.
Mhm,
I had good reviews. Oh, I'll
mhm,
watch it, right? And I tell you, I fell in love with it. As you say, it's just the setting, the sceneries, the villages, the as you say, the parents how they're acted, um, and Hammer and Chalamet work so well together in this. Um, as you say, Chalamet, he's got all emotions on show. Um, he sort of tries to make Oliver jealous
mhm,
by dating a young village girl,
mhm,
which doesn't work out really. He's deeply in love with Oliver,
mhm,
um, and sort of Oliver sort of gives him hints here and there that he's sort of interested in him, but Elio doesn't realise that.
mhm,
And it's near the end of the movie when they sort of do get together and do the thing, um, which is so beautiful.
mhm.
Uh, Imagery as well in this, um, sexual imagery.
Yeah, yeah.
The I mean the just with Chalamet in the scene alone on the bed with the peach.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Um,
that. That's why I wanted you to be able to talk about that.
um, Make up your own mind what he was doing with it. And then when Oliver comes in and goes down there and comes up again and sort of licks his lips and says, "What have you done?" But yeah, it's such a beautiful movie, um, and you do feel for Elio.
Mm,
Um, because Chalamet's showing all the emotions. He was so in love, and then right at the end, that get the phone call off Oliver saying he's got engaged to this woman. That's just another way of breaking Elio again. And as I say, you just, I mean, to me as well, when the credits are rolling at the end of it, he's just staring into the fire, crying.
Mhm.
And that is a long scene. He's
Yeah.
just sitting there, people in the background moving around. He's just crying because he's had that news, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
But it's
some people may say that this is Army Hammer doing really good acting, but it is kind of, it does look a bit like the Finkelvoss twins. It is sort of that you know American rogue attitude kind of thing, and you know, but Chalamet is able to pull out of him some sort of response, and you just know that the reason he is so important right now as an actor is because he pulls feeling out of people, and
mm,
he gives people his best performance, and he also asks people to give their best performance. It's just so
yeah. I mean,
nice.
I know with the name Chalamet, he's sort of half French, isn't he? Um,
Mhm.
so I know he can speak French, but when I saw this movie, I didn't realize he could speak Italian as well,
Right.
because there is a lot of Italian speaking parts in it, and it's subtitled. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
it's such a lovely put together movie. It's just like those lost summers of years ago.
Mhm,
The ones what you yearn for, what you never have anymore.
mhm,
Makes me want to go to Italy now.
mhm. True.
I'll tell you something. I mean, what Chalamet was wearing at the end of the movie, that shirt and the little um, what do you call it, neckerchief tie, whatever it was, and the
Mhm,
way he had his hair. I mean, I don't know if you know of this singer in America, Mark Armand,
mhm,
Soft Cell.
mhm,
He he was the spin image of Mark Armand. So if there's
mm,
ever a biography, movie
mhm,
biography of Soft Cell or whatever, he can play Mark Armand.
mhm. I
Yeah,
agree.
he's
That
such a such a talented actor. I mean, great as I mentioned, the parents as well.
Yeah.
I got the feeling that the parents sort of wanted this to happen. They sort
Yeah,
of they pushed them together,
yeah.
and they were up family. I mean that conversation he had with his father, after Oliver had left, was
Oh
an
my
amazing
gosh.
conversation. You couldn't, I wish my father was like that.
Mhm,
He was so understanding. He was, and all these words of wisdom he was saying to him about it all. I thought, wow,
yeah.
I think that was Michael Stuhlbarg.
It was
That's
so beautiful. It was such
it's
a
yeah,
beautiful script.
yeah,
Just
um,
poetry.
yeah. Okay, we did have a little bit of sexy scenes here and there, but art, artfully done.
Yeah. I mean, there
Um,
was the peach scene, which I'll never be able to forget as long as I'm alive. I mean, that was just so funny and so, you know, that there was that one, set of movies called American Pie or whatever,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they were talking about, like, how sex feels, "Oh, you just like a warm apple pie." But here he was, and he created this nice butt thing happening. He knew what the fuck he was doing.
yep.
Anyway, yep.
And I mean, yeah, yeah, okay, we got Chalamet's ass on screen, and we got Hammer's ass on screen. But one scene, what did make me sort of grin and laugh was when they'd come back and Elio went into his room and Oliver was in, and he opened the door. He says, "Come here." He says, "Drop your pants." And he went
Mm,
down, and he goes, "Oh well, that's good. He's still hard." And then he shut the door on him. So I thought that's tease. That's a tease.
yeah, yeah,
The face on Chalamet's, the look on his face when he just slammed the door. But yeah, I do recommend this movie to anyone, because the character Chalamet's playing is only 17, I think,
mhm,
and Oliver's supposed to be
24.
24 to 20, 24 to 28. Yeah. So it's a sort of a coming of age movie for the character Chalamet's playing. So
Right,
his sexual
and
awakening.
and and he had relationships with girls, and he had relationships with Oliver, but, the reality was is that he like, Chalamet had to show that, y that he was in love with, Oliver and not just, playing the field, and that was so sweet the way that they did that. I mean, their relationship was, uh was lovely.
I
The
mean,
Oliver and Elio, that even the scene where they're like, "Call me by your name," "and I'll call you by mine."
yeah.
And, I mean, that's poetry. And then they flip-flop, it was just amazing.
I mean, one of the scenes. I don't know how they kept a straight face. I don't know if it took so many takes. Was where they was just sat in the grass, and Elio was sort of coming on to Oliver,
Mhm.
and they just sat there, and he just grabs his nether regions with his hand, and you can see Chalamet has grabbed his grabbed Hammer's, and it's there for a while, isn't it? And he just says, "Am I
Mhm.
embarrassing you?" I'm thinking, well, I thought, how many takes did that have? Because I bet they cracked up. Is it, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab your meat and two veg now. So you can say you got to get if they weren't close to begin with, they were bet they were close after them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's it got a lot of nominations for was it including Best Picture, 4 Academy Award nominations. So it's such a beautiful movie just to look at as well, and follow the story. It's a simple story as well. It's not so hard to follow.
Yeah.
So
It won one
anything you
Oscar.
did
It
it?
won
Oh,
100
good.
and s it won 107, um 7 awards out of 218. So that's just fantastic.
Nice.
Timothy Chalamet literally won all the awards or got nominated for all the awards. And so that's just fun. And see, you see, I could, you know, having watched this and then watching that documentary, I went back and watched it again, and like the reality is that Army Hammer, if he's gonna redeem like this, the all of his career and stuff, he's gonna have to up his game. He can't do the sort of Nick Cage thing of just acting like the same person in a bunch of things
Mhm.
for a while. uh, you know but the presence of Timothy Chalamet is actually making these things so good. Like Dune, like Dune 2, like there's going to be two more
Wonka.
Dune movies. Wonka, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's just fantastic. He is so good. He
Yeah.
really is like one of the best in the world right now.
And I've got to also mention the music
Oh, and he
in this
played
movie.
Bob Dylan. Timothy
Yeah,
Chalamet
he
just
did.
played Bob Dylan. That's really good. But go ahead and talk
Yeah.
about the music because that
The
was
music, the haunting music in the with the singing. There's two songs in this. What really I had to look up when I first watched the movie. I found it on Spotify and YouTube. These songs, the Mystery of Love and Visions of Gideon songs in this movie, just
who
haunting with
sang them?
the melody. Oh God.
Was it Naked
Sorry.
Eyes or Psychedelic
Mm,
Furs?
well, no, but they used a lot of psychedelic fairs in this, didn't they?
Yep.
Because it was set in '83. Oh, who sang? Ah, there we are. It's sung by Sufjan Stevens.
Hmm.
Sang them Visions of Gideon and The Miracle of Love, The Mystery of Love, should I say? Great haunting lyrics and melodies. If you just look those two songs up on YouTube. It's amazing, and then all the movie comes back when you listen to the song. So yeah,
Okay.
it's yeah by Sufjan Stevens. So
Cool.
anything else? Anything else about Call Me by Your Name?
Yeah. Uh Chalamet was, the fact that he was playing guitar in this and playing piano, he knew how to do that like as a kid. Like I think
Yeah,
he played it in another movie, but he had to like relearn, and he did. I guess he didn't really know Italian that well, or he just didn't have any sort of vocabulary. But he was able to learn the language, so he learned a musical instrument and he learned a language to star in this. I mean, he's literally got the most serious acting chops. I can't say enough good things about him. He
yeah. I
is
mean,
he
only
is my Paul Atreides now. Okay.
he. I mean, sort of just recently he's gone mainstream, hasn't he? Before this, he picked all these sort of obscure movies
Hmm.
to appear in. Since June and Willy Wonka and stuff like that, he's gone mainstream, um, which every actor gets that chance to do every so often. But I'm
Hmm.
hoping it doesn't stop him picking these odd movies every now and again. Like Johnny Depp does. He doesn't really go the Hollywood route. He picks and chooses the scripts he likes. And
Yeah, I hope
I'm
so too.
hoping Chalamet. I'm hoping Chalamet doesn't get too full of Hollywood ego and just go mainstream all the time. You've got to where he's most successful, where he started from. To
Yeah.
be honest, anything else?
Um. Let's see.
Oh, it won.
Yeah.
Hold on, it
So.
won the golden. It won the Golden Tomato in the Rotten Tomatoes as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah. He like they have this movie was amazing and beautiful and written so well. And the only drawback is that it was before anything broke about Army Hammer. So I can't even hold it against the movie because it was before all that stuff came out of that shit came out of the fucking closets and through like, oh god, it was so gross. Anyway, um yeah.
So, what's the final sentence score then?
I was gonna mark it way down, but I've restructured my way of thinking. I think I'm gonna give this like a 10 out of 10 bicycle rides around Italy.
Cool. Well, me personally, it's a beautiful movie to sit watch. Marvelous acting. You really
Yep.
feel for the characters. Um, wonderfully shot. The scenery, the scenes, the locations are amazing. Um, it just proves, Chalamet's not a one trick pony.
Oh my god, no.
So I'm going to give this 10 soggy peaches out of 10. Oh,
That's fun. That's so fun, Lee.
it's a beautiful movie. And also, I say we're recording this. Well, we're coming to the end of Pride Month. It's all about this. It's all about love, romance,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter who you love.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So
But nobody should love Army Hammer anymore because he's a rapist and he's a cannibal and he's really really violent. And even though he's far be it for me to kink shame, but the man does not know how to set up S&M BDSM ahead of time. So there's just something wrong with that family. Ah! Nobody should love him. You should love
everybody's
Lee.
entitled to that.
You should love Lee. Fucking love Lee. God damn it.
I,
There we
won-
go.
I wonder if the Hammer family, then, do you think MC Hammer's part of it?
No, I don't know.
Bombshell there if he is. Anyways,
Yeah.
so let's have a little review of Call Me by Your Name. Such a wonderful movie. You guys, have you seen it? I know it's a little art house movie.
Mm-mm,
It's not a action adventure, Uzi 9
mm-mm.
millimeter movie, but
It's on Paramount Plus.
it's a lovely story. So if you've seen it, leave a message below on the video. I share this all over social media, so you'll find us Geeks Assemble, and you'll find all our other stuff as well. Just watch some of them. Give us a thumbs up if you like, because we've got plenty to choose from. Also, as well, if you'd like to join us, same thing. Leave us a message. All you have to be is 18. Because it's certain things we talk about, movies or TV or whatever, you've got to be 18. So we don't want slapped hands, do we? And all you need is a working camera and microphone on the device you use, and you'll be on the casts. So is that it, Susan? Oh
Oh no,
no, no. The what do you call it?
Like and
Yeah, what's
subscribe.
the name? Yeah, the bell notification button. Oh God, what's going on in my mind today? I think I've got
Can you
Chalamet's
hear?
bottom on my name. Um, Peachy. Yeah, like, subscribe, and and you'll see every video we put up. Yeah, I'm just feeling peckish now. I may go and get a peach. I might not eat it. The things you can do with fruit. That's another title for one of our casts. And on that bombshell, bye for now.